Join me, everyone. Let's catch the wave on Arirang Radio.
That's right, you're tuned in to Catch the Wave on Arirang Radio, as the voice just told you. And it is Friday, and it's time for K-Talk with Hyunwoo teacher, who is in the studio joining us on this Friday.
안녕하세요. I am here.
Yes, that's
once
right.
again.
And you told me that this is how you know that your weekend officially begins.
Exactly. Right after the show, the weekend starts because I am free.
That's right. So he's in a good mood. It's definitely TGIF, and a lot of the listeners are enjoying the program so far. We've had great music, and obviously this is a very popular part of the show as well. And I guess we can get right into it. We have, I guess, the first word that we're going to introduce. Is that correct? Or
yes.
first phrase?
First phrase. Before I begin, I would like to say nice to meet you, Edwin.
Yes, nice to meet you too. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 반갑습니다.
Yes.
So let's talk about this phrase.
Okay.
Yeah?
Let's see.
It's actually a very short phrase. 손보다.
손보다.
손보다. Do you know what this phrase means? 손보다?
If we take it and separate it, 손보다.
Literally.
I know that 손 is hands.
Yes.
And I know 보다 is you see it.
You see it. So, yeah, 손보다 means to see your hands or look at your hands. You examine your hands. But if it was the actual meaning that this phrase has, I wouldn't be here talking about it. What? There's always a hidden meaning.
I was going to guess, because they asked me, my producer and my writer asked me before. They wouldn't tell me the answer. They just laughed.
Do you know the answer right now?
I thought it meant that you get cheated.
How?
I guess you have something in your hand, and then somebody steals it, and when you look back at your hand, there's nothing there.
I see. There's nothing there, and all you can look at is
your hands.
Empty hands.
손보다. Hey, I just got 손보다. No?
Maybe we can add that definition to the dictionary.
Okay, so that's not right.
That's not right. So the actual usage of 손보다 is to take care of something or to fix something when something is wrong or when a situation is going in the wrong direction.
But, okay. So, but where does the 보다 come into effect?
I think before you, go about fixing a problem or whenever something is not working, you 손보다 too. But whenever you do that, I think you have to kind of check your hands, whether they are still there and whether they are clean.
I like my explanation better. Get on the message board and vote for which explanation of 손보다 is better. Edwin's 손보다 or the original 손보다.
In fact, this is so far-fetched. I mean, the actual usage is so far-fetched so far away from the literal translation that I don't really have a good explanation for why 손보다 means to fix something or someone or...
Well, I think, I have heard because my parents, I guess when you maybe look after something, well,
you're
taking care of something.
Yeah, you kind of look at a matter and you use your hands. Maybe those two parts are kind of combined into this phrase. So,
or how about when they say 손대, like put your hand on something.
손을 대다. Well, that is kind of closer to touching something.
Okay.
And like you can say 손대지 마, don't touch.
Yeah, exactly. I heard that a lot when I was growing up.
You were touching other people's
From my
things.
father, I would hey. 손대지 마, right?
Yeah, don't touch the remote control.
Yeah, but he would also say, never mind, I don't want to say, I don't think I can say that on air.
Yeah, so any case, I guess we're guessing the meaning altogether, but 손보다, if you say that, it almost never means to look at your hands, like, maybe you can say 내 손봐, like look at my hands. But when you just say 손보다, it never means to look at your own hands. It means to fix someone or something. And for example, if a child is acting up, acting really rude, or when someone is being really loud, you might want to have a word or two with that person. And that's 손보다.
How would you how would you use that, say, like in a sentence, maybe, or what context can we use that? You just mentioned a situation, but would I say 현우 손보다?
Maybe you can say, I will 손보다 you. 내가 너 손볼 거야.
Oh,
or let's talk about something, I don't know, like lighter. For example, this screens are not working.
Okay.
And I'm the mechanic here who got just sent by the company. And I can say 제가 손 볼게요. It doesn't mean I will look at my hands and do no work.
Okay.
It means I will do the work with my hands.
So I think it kind of makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, actually. 손 볼게. I will, I guess, look after it or put my hand to it.
Yeah. I'll see my hands if they can fix this problem.
But that's what I think is kind of the beauty of Korean. There's, I guess it kind of paints a picture in your mind a little bit. Sometimes it's very literal.
Yeah.
And you,
Not this one.
Not this one. But there are other phrases where there's a lot of meaning in, and I think that there's sometimes it's tough to explain that, like just with one word.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's great that you're here to explain that to us. But maybe you, wherever you are, you have a similar phrase.
Or if you have a theory
Yes,
of why
if you
손보다.
like my theory, get on our Facebook and our message board as well. Okay, we're going to have more with Hyunwoo Teacher after this song. Actually, this is by Winter Play, and it's called Happy Bubble. That's right, Happy Bubble, Winter Play. I love that duo. And we're back with Hyunwoo Teacher. Now, Teacher, if people, I'm sure they're enjoying what we're talking about, is there someplace they can go and find out more info as well?
I think I happen to know a good website where you can learn Korean, which is talktomeinkorean.com that I and my coworkers are running.
Okay.
So yeah, I make a lot of content with my teammates on Talk to Me in Korean.
손보다.
Yeah, we talked about it and we got some messages, right?
We do, and actually, I love this message. This is my favorite message. This is from Lipa in Australia, and she says, Edwin's one sounds more reasonable.
Okay.
It's the first time I've ever heard that I've sounded more reasonable. Thank you, Lipa.
I got another one saying, this one is from Tunisia, from O Maima Buziri, and they said, too funny, Omo, my hands are missing.
Omo, my hands are missing. See? I think that makes sense to make it literal, you know?
I mean, if you laugh like this, you get to remember the phrase. So
that's true. You know, when things are ridiculous, you do remember it more. You can paint a picture.
So you say my explanation was ridiculous.
No, I said that was excellent explanation.
Okay, thank you.
That people can remember.
Yeah, okay.
How about that? Speaking of which, we have, you said thank you as a question. We have another phrase.
Yeah, we have this phrase, which is 앞뒤가 막히다.
앞뒤가 막히다.
앞뒤가 막히다.
Okay.
So, like always, let's break it down.
앞 is front.
Mm-hmm.
뒤 is back.
Mm-hmm.
And 막히다, 막혀 is like, if anybody drives in Korea, they know what that means. That means basically you're stuck. There's no way out.
Yeah, you can say 차가 막히다 when the traffic is really bad.
My mother always tells me 기가 막혀 whenever I tell her something.
Yeah, we actually talked about this expression 기가 막히다 on another show.
Is that a good thing, by the way?
기가 막히다? Yeah, it can be a good thing. Also a bad thing. It depends on the context.
I got a feeling it's a bad thing.
Okay, so 앞뒤가 막히다.
뒤가 막히다. Okay.
Yeah, when you say 앞뒤가 막히다, it's about the situation, but at the same time, the person. So we're talking about a person here.
Okay.
And when a person is standing or sitting somewhere and this person's front is blocked, back is blocked as well. This person has nowhere to go.
Does that mean does this mean you don't have any options? You only can go sideways?
Well, you could go sideways, but when you are saying 앞뒤가 막히다, you're actually implying that 옆 is 막히다 too.
Oh.
So
옆 is included in
앞뒤.
Because they couldn't add 옆, because then it would be
앞뒤
옆이
막히다.
Yeah,
it's
that's
too long. Yeah, not economic enough.
So what does this mean? Does it mean basically you're trapped in a situation?
Well, it could mean that 앞뒤가 막히다 if you are literally in a situation where 앞 and 뒤 is 막히다.
Okay.
But when you say that someone is 앞뒤가 막히다, it means that the person is either very narrow-minded, or stubborn, or trapped in his own thoughts, and he wouldn't change his mind.
I think you're being really nice right now, because I've heard of cases where they say, I had a cousin and he said, some people 꽉 막혔어.
꽉 막혔어요. 꽉 is like a
really tight.
Yeah, emphasizing word, really tight.
So does this mean, like you said, that they're stubborn, or that maybe they're a little dim, or can it be that bad of a term?
it can be a really bad term if you say this to, I don't know, someone like older than you.
Okay, that's not a good idea.
Yeah,
Right?
because you don't, if you don't want to judge someone who is older than you, like you don't want to give them your evaluations of their life. But 앞뒤가 막히다, you can say this safely to friends who wouldn't listen to you. Like this friend is so worried about like going out of his comfort zone and he wouldn't take like risks or go on adventures. And then you can say, 왜 이렇게 앞뒤가 막혔어? You can do this too, you know?
Ah, okay. So maybe they're not, I guess, being optimistic about a situation.
They're very pessimistic and they just want to play it safe.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
in that case, you can say 앞뒤가 막히다. This is a very versatile expression.
okay.
So whenever you want someone to listen to your ideas and they won't open up their ears, you can say, oh, this person is like kind of blocked all way around. Yeah.
앞뒤가 막히다.
Yeah, 앞뒤가 막히다. Are you sometimes that kind of person?
I have to admit, I try not to be, but I do get sort of stubborn, and when I get in that way, I can tell that people will say are thinking 앞뒤가 막히다.
Yeah, I think we all are sometimes, and especially when we are teenagers. And I think whenever my mom wanted to give me some advice, I would be like this, 앞뒤가 막혀. I wouldn't listen to her because I think I'm the best, person in the world.
Were you like that a little bit?
A little bit in my puberty years, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way back in the day?
Yeah, way
Because
back in
you
the
do
day.
look young for your age. You told me your age, and I was very surprised.
You're actually a young for me, so
That's right.
I was surprised too.
앞뒤가 막히다. Don't say anymore. All right. If you have any questions about the Korean language, this is the perfect chance. You can post it on our homepage and our Facebook. Hyunwoo is live in the studio. The teacher is here. What better way to learn Korean than straight from the teacher's mouth?
Yes.
Right? And you can do that. Yeah, you can do that by getting on arirangradio.com/catch the wave. And also our Facebook. A lot of you are getting involved already. So please continue to do that. And we'll have a lot of fun here on this Friday edition. We're going to actually close out the first half of the show. And we have this song coming up from Melody Day. It's called 달콤하게 라라라. That's right, everybody. Let's catch the wave. You heard it right there. There's so many ways to get tuned into the show, but also a lot of ways to get involved in the program, and that's what a lot of you are doing, and obviously we love it. You can do that by going to arirangradio.com/catch the wave for our message board, and also you can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/catch the wave. Keep posting those messages for Hyunwoo Teacher and questions, and also song requests and answers to our quiz, and just overall comments. If you want to say how awesome I am, you can do that too. That would be appreciated. So, we left off, we were talking about, we heard a message about somebody that really likes something, and we have a few more, I guess, people getting involved with the program. They sent us actually some audio clips.
Yes, exactly. Last week, I believe, Adrian and I told the listeners to send in audio recordings of themselves saying that they like something in Korean.
Okay.
So they are going to talk about a lot of things that they 좋아해요.
나는 talk to me in Korean 좋아해요.
Thank you.
How was that?
Very good.
Okay, good.
저도 catch the wave 좋아해요.
All right. See, just like that, right?
Yeah.
So you can send in clips. Actually, you can do that by emailing that to us.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you can do that, sending it to...
catchkoreanwave@gmail.com.
Boom, there it is, right there. Pro, Hyunwoo 선생님. Not only does he teach English and Korean, you've been on the you're a
I've been
veteran.
on the show for like a year or
There
something.
you go. And it's awesome because they sound great. I got to tell you, some of these I've heard that are really amazing. And we got one here. The first one, it says, "Hello, Adrian and Hyunwoo." Well, hello. Well, I don't know. They might be upset. A lot of things are addressed to Adrian. But hello, Adrian and Hyunwoo. I'm Nayuki from Japan. I'm a big fan of Catch the Wave. I've been studying Korean for a year with Talk to Me in Korean.
Awesome.
The audio clip I send is an expression. I said it in a real situation for a Korean woman last year.
Oh.
Then I stayed in Canada to study English and I fell in love with her. It was the first time for me to express myself not in Japanese. I was so serious. I tried to get her, but it didn't go well. Anyways, I
But
hope you
at
guys
least just
listen
try.
to the clip.
Yeah,
Hey,
at least try.
You at least went for it. Sometimes people are not smart enough to say yes.
And sometimes people don't, summon up the courage and they actually just give up on it and then they regret not having done it.
Exactly.
But he went ahead and did it.
You did it.
Yeah.
So, Naoki, even though you got rejected, we applaud you.
I wouldn't say rejected.
Well, my bad. I'm sorry.
The girl didn't say yes.
Okay, the girl did not say yes. All right. So let's see here. We're going to actually hear this clip. How about we hear this clip and see what he says?
좋아해. 너를 너무너무 좋아해. 항상 네 생각만 나. 나랑 사귀어 줄래? 어때?
Wow.
Very nice.
I'm blushing. That was very good.
That wasn't meant for you, so you don't have to blush.
But I felt shy on the side listening to that.
For him, right?
Yes.
Oh, that was good, actually.
You know what? That takes a lot of courage.
Yeah, I think maybe because he was recording this for a radio show, I think his voice was a little bit shivering too. So that really sounded like a real reenactment.
So what exactly did he say, teacher?
So I will read the message once again. He said, 좋아해. I like you. Or I like it. 널 너무너무 좋아해. I really, really like you.
Yes.
항상 네 생각만 나. I always think of you. 나랑 사귀어 줄래? Will you date me? 어때? What do you think? Wow.
I mean, I'm still blushing. He went for it.
Yeah, he was very straightforward.
Now, is anything incorrect in this?
Not really.
Really?
Yeah, It was really straightforward, short, very correct in grammar as well. So I'm pretty sure his message was like really well delivered. So yeah, awesome.
Okay, great job. Well, maybe you can hear it one more time, actually. He did such a great job. I want to hear it one more time.
좋아해. 너를 너무너무 좋아해. 항상 네 생각만 나. 나랑 사귀어 줄래? 어때?
Very good.
How could she not go for that?
Exactly. Maybe
I don't understand.
Maybe she's still thinking about
Maybe
you.
she's a cold-hearted woman. Move on. But anyway, that was great.
Yeah, that was great. Awesome.
We got another one here, I guess from Hana. And she says, hello, Adrian and Hyunwoo.
Hello, Edwin and Hyunwoo.
Hello, Edwin and Hyunwoo. I was finally lucky enough to catch the real-time show on Friday the 9th, and I was having a great time listening to you, so I plucked up the courage and made my introduction audio clip. I added a short greeting in my language at the end, saying, greetings from the Czech Republic to all listeners of Arirang Radio. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you for listening to my message. Looking forward to the next show, Hannah. Well, Hannah, thank you very much. Czech Republic. I haven't seen anybody on the message board from the Czech Republic, so of course, thank you for sending that in. And let's, I guess, take a listen.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
안녕하세요. 저는 하나입니다. 저는 체코 공화국에서 왔습니다. 한국어를 4년 전에 처음으로 들었는데 한국어 소리 너무 좋아서 공부를 시작했습니다. 실수를 많이 하고 모르는 거 많은데 한국어 공부가 정말 재미있습니다. 티티미기에게 그리고 아리랑 라디오에게 너무 감사드립니다. Z České republiky zdravím všechny posluchače Rádia Arirang.
Aha.
You know what? I'm going to have to say her name is Hana. And she sounds like a native. This is a Korean person living in the Czech Republic.
And Hana can be a Korean person's name too.
Exactly.
So she might be an actual Korean person.
That was that was way better than my Korean.
That was really good.
That was excellent. That was actually
I would have thought
amazing.
I would have thought she's Korean.
I'm telling you, she is Korean. Her name's Hana.
Hana.
Yes. But then she left us a little message at the end there in her own language.
Like proving that she's not Korean.
I wonder if, the native language, if that translates over into the way you speak Korean.
I think it does.
Okay, well, before we get too deep into that, what about the actual message, 선생님? How did there was a lot there, so can you translate that for us?
Yeah, I have the message written down right here for me. So she said, 안녕하세요. 저는 하나입니다. Hi, I am Hana. 저는 체코 공화국에서 왔습니다. I'm from Czech Republic. 한국어를 4년 전에 처음으로 들었는데 I heard Korean spoken for the first time 4 years ago. 한국어 소리 너무 좋아서 공부를 시작했습니다. I started studying Korean because I really liked the sound of it. 실수를 많이 하고 모르는 거 많은데 I make a lot of mistakes and there are still many things that I don't know. 한국어 공부가 정말 재미있습니다. It's a lot of fun learning Korean. TTMIK 그리고 아리랑 라디오에게 너무 감사드립니다. Thank you, Talk to Me in Korean and 아리랑 Radio.
Wow, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was
I
really
think
awesome.
we should let's hear it one more time. I want to hear Hana one more time.
안녕하세요. 저는 하나입니다. 저는 체코공화국에서 왔습니다. 한국어를 4년 전에 처음으로 들었는데 한국어 소리 너무 좋아서 공부를 시작했습니다. 실수를 많이 하고 모르는 거 많은데 한국어 공부가 정말 재미있습니다. 티티미기에게 그리고 아리랑 라디오에게 너무 감사드립니다. Z České republiky zdravím všechny posluchače Rádia Arirang.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. I think because she's even got the thing down where in Korean they say, "Oh, I make a lot of mistakes."
Yeah, very.
But she didn't make any mistakes.
She didn't make any mistake here. Maybe in the part where she was speaking her language, we're not sure, but at least in Korean, she didn't make any mistake. And she was being very humble by saying, I make a lot of mistakes.
What about this was excellent. And what about gifts, teacher? What do you think?
Actually, since they both did an excellent job, we'll send them a book from Talk to Me in Korean.
Wow, excellent.
Yeah, awesome.
So 2 winners today.
Yeah, so please send another email with the full contact info and the address so that we can send you a book.
All right, there you go. So congratulations to both of you. Again, if you have questions about Korean, about anything for 현우 선생님, for 현우 teacher.
How about you?
Well, if you send questions about me, Adrian can answer them next week. But no, also any songs that you want to hear, right? We've been hearing a lot of great music. We play everything that we try to play on the weekends when we can catch up and talk about your request. And if you want to hear anything, if you have any questions, any comments, all of that you can do on our message board and our Facebook, arirang.com/catch the wave, as well as our Facebook page. And, send in more things for Hyunwoo teacher, and you can do that with an audio file, and you can send that to what email address, teacher?
catchkoreanwave@gmail.com.
That's right. Keep those coming because next week we're gonna continue with this theme of things that you like. So I know these two are a tough act to follow, but you can muster the courage and send your own audio clips in. Okay. So with that said, we're gonna have more with Hyunwoo 선생님 after this song by one of my favorite groups, 뜨거운 감자, Hot Potato with 고백 Confession. All right, we're back. 뜨거운 감자, Hot Potato. I love that group, by the way.
Yeah, I love the song.
Yes, so we're back here with Hyunwoo teacher. Obviously, talk to me in Korean, and it's been a great segment. You guys are getting involved on the message board. We got a lot of messages, a lot of Facebook comments. Keep those coming, as always. With your request, with your questions. And speaking of which, we got a lot here lined up, and
Yes.
We can get to some of these, teacher. How about, where should we start?
Okay, I have a lot of questions in front of my eyes, in front of my hands. We will 손 봐야 돼요.
손 봐야 돼요.
I'm not sure if we will end up covering all of those, but we'll try.
Okay.
So the first one here, could you read it
This
for me?
is from Lipa in Australia. How you going, Lipa? I find it hard to remember certain phrases. The easiest way I learn is to repeat everything over and over and over again. Of course, Korean dramas help because they have repeated words like really, yes, no, what are you talking about? Yes, that is my boyfriend. Is there an easier method, or am I doing this wrong?
Well, there are many methods that you can use to remember things, but the most honest advice that I can give you if you're looking for advice is, try going for something that you really want to say, like right away, tomorrow,
Okay.
or the next week.
Yeah, because
yeah.
something you see in a drama, you might not use that, right? You
Yeah,
might not
until
say,
you come to Korea and be in a really dramatic situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So unless you're like a really dramatic person, you're always in drama.
Yeah, just like in Korean high schools or even in university French classes, when they learn French, the sample phrases are always like, "There's a cat on the table," "There's a dog on the chair," and they don't ever get to say that in real life, and they all forget those sentences after,
Right.
you know.
And then
yeah.
when they actually see a dog and a cat on a chair, they can't say it.
Maybe they can, but not other things.
That's right. But
so
I think that's great advice, though. Write down, learn something that you're going to use, and then just use it the next day.
yeah. So when I was learning English here in Korea, whenever I saw a really nasty adjective, I would think of a friend who I want to, use it about.
Okay.
And then I would imagine having a conversation in my mind with that person using that adjective, like throw in that adjective to that person. So
And that's the method that you use,
yeah,
right? And
to reinforce what I learned.
did you ever study abroad?
Nope.
So, Hyunwoo teacher, learn English in Korea, self-made B-boy master, Korean teacher extraordinaire.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
We have
So-
some more messages, right?
Yeah, and I hope that helps your helps with your concern about forgetting things.
Yeah, that's right, Lipa. So get a message that write down something you're going to use.
Yeah, like within a certain an amount of time that is not too long, like in the near future,
And go say it to all your friends the next day.
or post it on Facebook or
That's-
Twitter.
Put it as your status.
Status, exactly. Some people will respond to it.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Good idea. All right. We have a next message here from Sudabe. And she is from Iran, or he is from Iran. I'm sorry. They are from Iran. They say, hello, dear teachers. I have some questions and I will appreciate it if you reply. What is the difference? We'll go one by one, I guess. What is the difference between 야되다 and 야하다?
Okay, so 가야 돼요, 가야 해요.
Okay.
She's talking about that, or he is talking about. We're never sure whether it's a he or she. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's basically the same thing.
So it's
but-
on the end of a phrase.
Yeah, whenever you want to say I have to do something or I should do something, in Korean you say the verb stem and then you put 야 되다 or 야 하다.
So when you would say 야되다, what's an example of like 야되다?
Catch the wave 들어야 돼요. You
Oh.
have to listen to catch the wave.
Okay.
Yeah, and catch the wave 들어야 해요. It's the same thing. You have to listen, but I think 야 되다 is more common in spoken Korean,
Okay.
and 야 하다 is more common in written Korean.
Okay. So one is a little bit more used more often,
Yeah.
informal.
Yeah.
And one is a little bit more formal.
하다 is a little more formal.
Okay, so there you go. There's a great answer actually for Sudabe. One is 되다 is more casual and 하다 is more formal.
Yeah.
You have to do something. And the next question is, what is the meaning of the verb ending participle 잖아?
잖아.
Right. So 해야 되잖아.
Yeah. So 잖아 comes from 지 않아,
Okay.
which is isn't it? So 잖아 is like isn't it? Right. Or so whenever you want to get some agreement out of someone,
Yeah.
or when you're saying something and you want to put, just like in English, like Edwin is good, Edwin is handsome.
맞잖아.
Yeah, 잖아.
Exactly.
그렇잖아.
Exactly. Right. So there you go. So
Yeah.
I hope that answers your questions, Sudebet from Tehran and Iran. So we really appreciate you getting involved with the program. Just like that, you can get answers. We have more here. We can try to get to them all. This one is from, let's see, it is from Jared in Australia. How you going, Jared? And it says, I listen to a lot of K-pop radio, and obviously I watch Korean movies and dramas and variety, but I just struggle with making it all stick. I usually ace my vocab test, but I've forgotten most of the words. He does like 30 at a time. I would find the class much easier if I could at least remember the vocab and just have to agonize over the grammar. I find 아빠 아니다 best for learning since kids speak slowly.
아빠 어디가?
아빠 어디가?
아빠 아니다 is like
아빠 아니다 is like something that a bad man says.
yeah.
No,
I'm
I'm
not
sorry.
your father.
Yeah, I'm not your father. That's what. Yeah, that's not good.
나 아빠 아니다.
아니다. Don't say that, guys.
So 아빠 어디가?
아빠 어디가?
I think it's officially translated to Dad, where are we going?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think there's a show that's kind of like that. That's
I
the
mean,
show he's
yeah,
talking
he's
about.
talking
right?
about
아빠
that
어디가? I think I need to watch that show.
It's a hilarious show.
We have the listening questions for homework each week, which we struggle with. Koreans talk really fast, I agree. And I suppose rounding it all up is how do I stay on top of Korean, furthermore, retain it? It's kind of similar to the question we had before.
Yes. I think I kind of agree that Korean people speak quickly, but also to Korean people learning English, I think all English speakers around the world, they all speak too fast for them in English. So it's the same thing. So we're
I
even.
think it's because when you're listening, you don't understand. You're
Yeah,
trying.
You're like, what is going on?
Exactly. So,
Best
advice.
best advice that I can give is just keep repeating the process, but don't be too stressed out about it. It's very natural that you forget something. If you forget a certain set of words, it means, I think all it means is that you don't need those words
Okay.
right now. So whenever you need them, it'll come back. For me, the similar situation was with Japanese. When I was learning Japanese, I would remember all these words, memorize 300 words a day, and then the next day I would remember them, all of them, but the next day I would forget all of them again.
Wow.
So I kept repeating that, and all of a sudden, like a year later, I found myself still remembering those words.
So the words that you would use naturally.
Yeah. So naturally, they will all come back to you. They will all stick. So don't worry too much about it. Just keep watching TV shows, movies without or with subtitles on.
Keep watching 아빠 어디가, not 아빠 아니다.
You should make a show called 아빠 아니다.
I don't think that can be on
It'll be
television.
popular.
Yeah, those would be bad men. But anyway, we have, I guess, we'll get to one more, and this is from Spain, Mireia from Barcelona. And it says, I have a question about 반말 and 존댓말. I guess we talked about this before on the show, right? So,
Yeah, we have.
반말 instead of 존댓말. I'm worried for a thing that doesn't annoy others. How can I not mess this up, 존댓말?
In fact, I actually know someone who is living in the Philippines who can only speak Korean. His Korean is fluent, but he can only speak in 반말 because he learned in this Busan dialect.
Oh, no.
And these friends that he had in as roommates in the Philippines, they taught him 반말 Korean only.
Okay.
So he's fluent among friends, but then he cannot say a word in front of other people that he doesn't know. So he had the same problem, but whatever you need to do, please do it to learn 존댓말.
I think adding yo is a very good step.
But the tricky part for that person, for him, was in 사투리, it doesn't work like that.
Oh.
You can't.
There's no way to make it.
Yeah, for example, if you want to say, hey, ma, 이거 아니다, 아니가. Doesn't work just by adding yo.
I didn't even know what you said there, by the way.
Yeah, so anyway.
Yeah.
So please, if you want to choose, please just go for 존댓말
Exactly.
first, because it's always good to be polite.
And even in a lot of relationships, I heard it's best to speak 존댓말 because you will never, ever get in a fight.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, you will never get in trouble.
That's right. Always err on the side of precaution. So unfortunately, we have so many messages. We can't get to all of them, but you can still send in all of these for next week. I guess this is going to do it, unfortunately, for K-Talk with Hyunwoo this week. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Edwin, and awesome job.
All right. 아빠 아니다. It's not that, okay? So we actually have a request here from Ashley. This is for you. It's Lee Seung-chul with My Love.